Getting so much respect over from Rebellion. Eterna still feels a bit reluctant to go with that mindset, with that idea. But for Alter Ego, Tegriel and Grok, they have great engage tools of their own already. Technically, now with the Frigid Glacier, that could be enough engage potential for Alter Ego. Now they can kind of stack up and find other things, more damage, more maneuverability perhaps. We have to see, man, for Rebellion. After the Cho ban, are they hinting at a potential assassin coming up? Concerned about the Cho maybe locking one down?
Yeah, should be what they're looking for. But again, Harith and Roger are still up for grabs, and Alter Ego will be able to take it away. And for their last pick later on, okay, they ban out the Harith. The Roger's still up for grabs. Alter Ego will probably last pick it though. Now maybe they go for Jawhead first, right? I think it's either Jawhead here, or there was another roamer I was thinking about, but I completely forgot now.
What are you thinking they're looking for? Tankiness? Engage potential?
Engage.
Technically, Ruby's still open.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Ruby or Jawhead.
Oh man, Ruby Terizla? Ooh, that's a nasty combo.
That's a Jawhead.
It's going to be the Jawhead though. More of an aggressive approach. And technically, it's great for Owen that likes to kind of separate from the pack and try and look for opportunities. It's a bit of like a different version of Cho, technically, right?
Yeah.
You can kind of displace someone towards your team. Rebellion, how are they going to respond to this?
What does X-Win want to pick up, right? I mean, do they want to go for the Akai again? With a Grok and the Tigger being banned out, okay, they go for something a little bit more versatile, right? The Arlet gets picked up alongside with the Julian again in for Ryota.
Ryota, okay.
Interesting.
Should be Roger, right? I mean, if it's not Roger, what? They want to go carry with the Aurora? Technically, you can utilize that freeze to deal damage. Highs.
I think maneuverability becomes valuable right here because technically they don't really need a lot of crazy DPS because Rebellion's composition, they aren't exactly that tanky, right? Edith, Arlet, and Julian, for the most part, they kind of are susceptible to getting bursted down. And that's why I think it's a bit concerning. They're relying on a lot of these big AoE tools to really get an advantage. But if they don't land it, if Alter Ego split apart, it's going to be confusing for Rebellion to decide which target to go for.
So who is it? Is it Lunox?
Okay, carry Roger.
Carry,
It is
okay.
carry.
Okay. There is a lot of mobility technically for the carry, despite the fact that, in a sense, she is a very all-in type of hero. Her cooldown on the dash is actually a lot shorter than a lot of the other mobile marksmen. I believe it's only really beat by the Moskov Miracle. I'm not sure if you can confirm that when it comes to like the marksmen, who has the shortest cooldown when it comes to the jumps, the mobility tools.
What, carry versus Moskov? Yeah, Moskov gets the resets because he gets the basic attack down,
Exactly, right?
So good reset. But
aside from Moskov, a lot of harder heroes can beat carry when it comes to the cooldown of the dash.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So it's not a bad option at all.
Okay, we'll see if it works out. And this time around, Rebellion do have a little bit more tools to work with the Arlet, with the Edith once again, and now with the Julian as well. So here it is. Will Alter Ego be able to look for a clean 2-0, a clean sweep against the Blue Bulls? Or can the Blue Bulls force a game number 3? Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome you into the land of Dawn for game number 2 between Rebellion Zion and Alter Ego.
Welcome
let's
to
see
Mobile
if
Legends.
Rebellion has it within them to actually get Matt his first win on the Moskov and their second win in MPL Indonesia. Remember, the record now is still 1-6 for Rebellion. If they get a win here, they'll be stepping one ranking ahead of Evos. They'll be dropping Evos down to 9th.
Wow. That volatile in the standings right here, man. Season 14. Although, if you look at the battle spells for the side of Alter Ego, only one Purify. Roundel very happy to risk that Aurora passive instead of going for a Purify. And look at this, the early game for Rebellion with the Julian, with the Edith and Zask. They're really clearing a lot better. And this is where there's going to be a bit of issue for Alter Ego as well. Because the Jawhead can clear, but generally when it comes to the mid lane clearing, I think right here with the Edith and the Zask, Rebellion are gonna be able to actually roam a lot more actively compared to game number 1. Looking at the emblems by IndyHome, Wilderness Blessing for both the Aurora and the Jawhead, whereas for the side of Rebellion, you can see that X-Win went for the tenacity. So tankiness becomes something that he really wants. He knows that he's gonna be able to actually help with the clear advantage, but he wants to be able to survive longer in some of these skirmishes.
What about the gold lane here? Matt and Highs both opt for tenacity, but there's a little bit of a difference in that second talent.
Yeah, the firmness and tenacity for Highs. It's common in the... Ooh, hang on a minute.
Great read with the on favor there. Owen to be slow. Oh, ejector to get him out of the Tempest of Blaze. Oh, anti-synergy. Now Aether will be able to survive. Niall's going to be caught in the bad spot. Still able to make the most out of it, though. Ejector out of the Tempest of Blades. You hate to see it, but Rebellion love to see it.
It happens, man, when you play that Jawhead. Like I said, you can see the Rebellion is rotating a lot faster, and for Altrigo, they know that they're going to be playing it a bit more defensive, and we'll have to see, man. The Jawhead becomes a bit of a weird situation right here, because he wants to be aggressive, but you saw earlier, ejector backwards was my negative synergy instead, so Altrigo has to wait a little bit.
Just tap it.
Maybe the mid-game is where they can actually use that power potential.
Oh! X-Win again, man, with the onward. Roundel, flickering out. Cars, good final slash. Now getting the resets on the minions too. Roundel, that ejector to save him. Good job, X-Win. Getting hammered down by Mr. Knee of House. No. And now it's the Vengeance. Proc X-Win should die. Oh my goodness! He regen just in time. Nino definitely regrets not getting the last hit in. And Alter Ego lose out on the turtle and lose out on a possible kill on X-Win.
I mean, we see the instant difference when Rebellion Zion gives something a little bit more active for Cars, right? Him on the Arlet did a lot in that skirmish, did a lot in that team fight, was able to push back Alter Ego and mess up that setup that they initially had. So it's a big win in for Rebellion for the first 3 minutes of this game.
You can see that, oh, Niall, such a painful situation to be in, man. Just not really getting a lot of opportunities to go in. And you can see X-Win a lot more active. He knows that the danger is really less prevalent for now. Later on, the ejector into highs blitzing you down combo, especially with the Aurora lockdown, can be dangerous, but for now, right? Rebellion can really abuse the lack of damage, the lack of all-in potential for Alter Ego, and they really have to. It depends on what they can find here before it comes to that mid-game, maybe like the 8 to 10 minute point of the game.
Even in the EXP lane, right? That's something that we're also waiting for. The fact that Cars is on an Arlet, the fact that he's able to mobilize a lot quicker than the Charizla, also plays dividends as to how Rebellion have been able to control the course of the game here in the first 4 minutes. And you can even see, look here, already a very aggressive invade coming from X-Win.
Getting the knockups on Niall. But he will still be able to get it. You know, with a penalty zone. Alter Ego not actually going for this. That's a lot of damage on X-Win and Owen. X-Win still able to pop in the back. Great shit from Roundel to freeze them. Cars still with a vengeance. Oh, with the reset and the final slash. Going back and forth, giving Swaylo some space. Aether running Niall down. Where is he gonna go? Aether just slashes him, takes him out. And that should be worth it. They shut down the main carry of Alter Ego, even though it costed them 2 kills.
2 kills for a T9, but for the most part, Niall was not able to get that orange buff though. So it really isn't as, you know, as fatal as it looks, but Rebellion is still having the gold lead right here. They want to be active. Fortunately though, Nino will be able to have a lot of presence here in this next turtle fight. The Rebellion has a lot of crowd control to work with. Alter Ego, they gotta split and risk getting picked off if they want to try and do something.
Owen with the Ensemble Force, that's a good enhanced sword. Owen now caught in the midst of it all. Christian Glacier finding 2, X-Win flickering out the safety. Cars with the vengeance now getting Owen. Well played, good enhanced chain over to Nino to knock him up as Cars jumps in again. Finds the final slash. Cars going wild in the back, getting frozen as well. Aether with the enhanced sword escaping, and it is an RBL win. Nino. No.
Oh no!
1 swing, 2 swing, stun, enhanced chain, Aether picking him up, 1 last shot, and he gets it.
Oh, a big win here for Rebellion. The fact that they were able to pick up that newt, and then they were able to pick up a lot more kills afterwards. Alter Ego have not been able to find a moment to come back from this.
They're not having the space to really position and set up properly. We talked about how Owen was just so good at doing that. Now he's the one pressured at every single turn. And this is the MPL Extremer program we have with Rebellion Deristain.
Oh my god, he doesn't even notice yet.
Not yet, man. That's the delay on stream. He's like, come on, Rebellion. You got the turtle. You can do it. You can do it, guys.
Wait for it.
I want to see the moment.
Wait for it. Anytime now.
Any second now.
All right.
Any second now.
Maybe now?
The anticipation is killing me.
2, 1, boom. And there we go.
No reaction.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. What did he prepare?
Oh, Mr. King Kadir. Howdy.
No,
King
no.
NATT.
Matt.
That's a creative approach at the MPL Extremer program.
But do you know that you're going to be featured?
I
You
guess they'll
don't,
just
right?
have a lot of pictures ready.
Oh, okay, so you're just anticipating that. But back to the game here, Heist picks up that golden staff, and Suelo's in a very precarious position there, perhaps looking for a little bit of an advantage before they go in for the Newt. But Taxar, Aether is a level 11, so he's 2 levels above of Nile right now. Does Alter Ego want to go for the contest?
You gotta try and be a bit more proactive, actually, if anything, because Nino has left that lane pushed up by cars. There's gonna be a lot of damage on that turret. Alter Ego, they can't really afford to let it go without trying to find something. But look at that Nightmare Spawn just zoning everyone. Ooh.
Penalty zone, connecting on a 2. Owen still. Oh, it's actually him who takes it. Now Frigid Glacier on a 3, freezing them down. Ice cold from Alter Ego, despite being down. It's way low. With a march forward, Matt with a blink. Cars with a final slash. Good Purify over from Highs now, targeting Swaylo down. It's Highs versus the world. Cars getting the vengeance. Stacks again. Matt with the spears. And Cars with the kill. Swaylo able to walk up forward, giving Matt some space to go for a possible siege. Roundel trying to go for the defense. Gets Matt frozen and will be able to stop this turret from being taken.
Ooh, 2-4-4 trade there, ladies and gentlemen, as Rebellion once again had a little bit more control when that happened. Initially, Nino started that with the penalty zone, right? But what happened after?
The rest of the team tried to follow up, and they landed an amazing Frigid Glacier onto 3 members. But again, it's still early on, and Roundel isn't exactly snowballing. Looking at his items, he has a glowing wand, and that's about it. He didn't even go for any aggressive choice in the boots. Went for the magic resistance boots instead. So he doesn't really have a lot of the burst damage required to really make that play a decisive one. Same thing can be said for the carry, right? Still 2 items, not really at that 3rd item, Power Spike. If that was a later, more itemized Alter Ego, though, that really could have gone differently. Rebellion, they're doing great at elevating their early game pressure, but they're going to be careful to not take fights like that the longer the game goes on. That could be the comeback condition for Alter Ego.
Seems for Rebellion, it's the slow game again. They have a lead already. There's no real reason to be vulnerable, put yourself in a vulnerable spot. Alter Ego have actually sent a lot of their members down below. I don't know if they know. On Style of Force, Max still able to displace himself. Oh, Spear of Destruction to displace himself even further to get a better position as Swaylo gets Owen. Meanwhile, Aether still up top, getting a tier 2 for free. It's Cars in the mid lane as well. Alter Ego are getting out macroed by the Bulls.
That was so clutch, though. That was so clutch. Alter Ego, they were looking for a pick onto Matt, and the fact that Matt was able to maneuver out of that, and the fact that everyone else from the members of Rebellion were active doing their particular jobs, it just made more sense for Rebellion now to be able to pick up this objective uncontested. However,
Frigid, they're gonna all in on Cars? Cars is very happy taking that damage. Now Matt can actually utilize those resources being down to go for more.
That is Cars with a Thunderbolt and a Dominance Ice. Not even, just the mantle for the magical defense. And it's able to tank up all that damage, showing again that Alter Ego is severely behind when it comes to the damage potential. They have to understand that. They were winning and they were pressuring game 1, but game 2 is completely different. They have, in a sense, a better late game composition. They gotta take it slow, man. They have to know when they can actually afford to go for some of these fights. Roundel!
Good one by Cars. Onward, now penalty. That is X-Win! That is the roamer! They've used all the resources now to re-engage. It's gonna be Swaylo free in the back, dealing so much damage. Owen will be taken down. And Swaylo, Matt is still in the bottom lane farming. They get X-Win, but that definitely was not worth it.
these decisions being made in for Alter Ego, it's a big question, right? It looks like they're getting desperate, they're getting hasty with the calls. What do they do? It looks like Rebellion, the Blue Bulls, are knocking on the base now.
Oh, free base turret up top because Owen is down and they have no ultimates. This team relies on abilities to fight. Rondo needs the Frigid Glacier, Nino needs a penalty zone. Without that, that First Lord base turret.
It's just needed to turn tables for Rebellion. Now they're the ones forcing Alter Ego to make rash decisions, and it really hasn't been working out for them. You gotta wait out, but with 7k gold difference with a conceal on Cars.
Cars, final slash and the flicker over to Rondo, displacing him but not able to find it. X-Win with the flicker forward. Cars going to be punished because of that. The Primal Rat inside of the base. X-Win falling. What just happened? They dove the base turret.
Overzealous, miscoordinated. They came in disjointed, not at the same time. And we talked about this. Alter Ego, they have a composition that can punish mistakes like that. They went for a turret dive against an Aurora, And if you didn't know, that Frigid Glacier comes out instantly. It's not channeled, and now Alter Ego are going aggressive.
Unstoppable force. The Dominator's the set gets used up there, and Suelo just recalls.
Ooh. Right, a moment of calm here for both the teams, but you just know, right? It's a matter of time. You can see Aether wanting to be aggressive here on this Julian. He's going for a very defensive build, by the way, and then he'll still go for the purple buff.
Oh,
now
he
gets it.
He doesn't.
Nope.
Oh, he doesn't get it.
Aether is going to be able to pick it up, actually. So Niall is going to be forced to function without that purple buff. And similar things are happening now with both of these teams, right? They're making really hasty decisions. They're going in for very aggressive plays, and it eventually leads the opposite of getting more of an advantage. You mentioned earlier on that Alter Ego need to be active, but I don't think this is what you meant.
Ooh, that is a lot of resources down. Now they can actually go for the re-engage. Suelo's alone. No one wants to re-engage. No one wants to go in.
You know?
Disconnect. Oh, X-Win. Oh, penalty zone cancel. The Earth Shatter coming down. Nino swinging the hammer down. Rebellion still don't want to go in.
What's out? Now with a man advantage, there is potential. Heist has the win of nature, though. And the issue right here for Alter Ego, by the way, is also the fact that Niall is just so behind. Only on 4 items, building the 5th, has Claws, Berserker's Fury, and the BOD. So he can't really go and split push because Matt, King Matt, already has the win of nature and is working on his final item. Owen, though.
Whoa! Wow, with the moves, Aether getting caught, and now it's up to them. Niall, Chamber the Blades will escape the damage. Set still in the midst of it all, deals some damage. Hyde is the one to pick it up. Niall picking up the Blades, trying to run away, but getting zapped down with the Bitch Boys. He is able to get out. X-Men taken down there with the freeze and with the Roundel. Oh, getting the kill. Nino looking for the punish. Niall final slash. Niall on the wall. Niall now not in the line of dawn anymore. Roundel flicker forward. Matt flicker backwards. Oh my lord. It's another comeback from Alter Ego this time.
1-for-3 trade, ladies and gentlemen. Alter Ego pick up the Lord as well. So they have a 2-member advantage and they are going in for the kill. That was a very interesting team fight, to say the least. But Alter Ego have come out on top of it.
They got the Lord, they have the item power spikes. Rebellion kept going for trades. It was a 7k gold lead. Now it's down to 1. With the Lord marching down to negate the base tower advantage. It's 14 minutes to go. Any kill right here can also be leveraged by Alter Ego to find something more.
We have game fact though by GoPay. Edith has become the most picked hero for X-Win while playing in MPL ID and MPL MY with 4 picks and a 75% win rate. Let's see if it drops here. So far, that lead that they initially had has fallen, and not even a 1k anymore. It's 400. It's basically equal, even at this point. And look at them looking for more.
Man, these Earth Shatters have no cards with a final slash. Pin?
Ooh, a bit of a duel there. Not really working just yet. Rebellion barely able to hang on. Actually able to hang on to multiple turrets, but the waves are still empowered here, marching towards the outer turrets of Rebellion. Owen.
Oh, he gets a Nightmare Spawn, the little Johnny.
Oh!
It's called Theory Ancaman, guys.
Yeah, it's a threatening, it's a threat theory.
Exactly.
T-M-A-T-T. It's a threat theory.
Ooh. Rebellion now has recovered, but now, see, now if they walk in and get hit by a 3-man Frigid Glacier, that is an Aurora that now has the Blood Wings, wait, hang on a minute. The Blood Wings, the Glowing One, Divine Glaive, and the Wishing Lantern on top of that. You cannot, with this many items, and expect to still come out on top decisively. And that big, massive advantage that King Matt was able to get against Highs is now completely gone, man. Now, even in the 1v1, the true damage is going to be a lot more useful, a lot more decisive in deciding how that fight goes between Matt and Highs.
I think it was a big mistake, right? Oh, man. And now Rebellion, they have to think about this a lot here. Do they go in for a pick? Do they go for a team fight? What's the strategy now? I mean, because technically in team fights, Alter Ego, they have the Aurora for that damage. They have the Aurora as well for the setup. They also have Nino.
Ironic as it is, I feel like Rebellion needs to do what Alter Ego did in Game 1. Come from multiple angles, and if they can threaten, even if they don't get the pick off, if they can threaten Roundel and Hides enough, they can get an advantage. As Owen recklessly rushes forward, doesn't find anyone though.
Nope.
Doesn't ward here. Oh, Suelo gets the litho though. Good vision. Both of them just waiting around.
Owen's looking for a flank. Unstoppable force over to Cars. Doesn't find the ejector. Good flicker out by Cars right now. Retry battle. Sway low. Gets it. Okay. No, fight all in. X-Ray with the final rad flicker. But now Nile assassinating him. Aether enhance. Forward. Not with the winner crowd. Aether. That is suicide.
What? Was it a misstep? Was he looking for something? But either way, that's 3 members from the side of Rebellion taken out. Again, you can see Alter Ego, the light at the end of the tunnel. They're looking in for that push, despite Rebellion picking up that Lord.
Don't follow the light. This is the first time you'll ever probably hear that. Don't follow the light. They followed the light and they lost the fight.
They only lost a base tower for their troubles, though. 3 members still down, but with the waves not really set up properly, Alter Ego can't go for more. They're going to be able to clear this Lord almost immediately with the late game damage. Nile at this point, you see that he also has a lot more impact. He's caught up, man, with the Malefic Roar and the Endless Battle. A lot of burst damage and basic attack damage as well. The KC Rebellion, they're trying to use this wave pressure to try and find ways to enter and maybe, once again, find a crazy fight. Find just something crazy enough to pull them back into this game.
They're so lucky for Suelo. Because if that Lord wasn't stolen by Suelo, that would have been GG for Alter Ego. The amount of things that Rebellion
and Suelo got it.
Exactly.
Not Aether, not Nile.
Exactly.
He's just carrying from the down low, sway low. Man,
Mr. Low.
2.5k gold lead for Alter Ego, but we are approaching territory where it doesn't even matter. With our Winter Crown available, though, Roundel now can attempt to make even more aggressive plays, but they gotta keep it neat. You have to make sure that the Aurora, that the carry can actually do all that damage, and they have to actually make sure that Nino can land a massive penalty zone. That's part of their win condition as well. He's going for the Athena shield on top of the Queen's wings as well. So all he's trying to do really is to be tanky enough that he doesn't get immediately bursted down. If he can delay just long enough, if he can get that penalty zone down so that it kind of disrupts the movement from Rebellion, I think he feels that it might just be enough to really get his team the edge.
I mean, it should be, right? There's no purifies from the side of Rebellion. I mean, technically Suelo can jump into the Dominator's Descent, but other than that, it could definitely be one of the ways that they can look for a proper team fight.
I feel like right now the big factor is that Nile has already caught up and he is a assassin against a quote-unquote split push marksman in King Matt. We might see a potential 1v1 duel here between Nile and Matt, which would be poetic. But with 15 seconds to go, both teams are just playing it a bit more clumped up together. In fact, Rebellion are the ones that still understand that they want to stick together, right? And help each other out on the off chance that Nile shows up, tries to commit some violence.
Looks like Rebellion, though, is going to have the better setup, right? They're there first. Nile is looking for that far lane push. I don't know if Matt wants to go there. And we might see what you mentioned, that 1v1. Oh, commitment onto from Rebellion here. That's concealed.
Ice pops into ultimate. Wants to go in. Oh, Dominator's is set. Oh, they're trying to outthink each other. X-Wing going to be ejected back to the team. Good final slash over. Good purify from Highs. Escaping Nile with the assassination out of time of the blaze. And the penalty zone locks them down in the back. But Nile gets hit by the chain. Buys the immortality in time. Highs still free in the back. Frigid Glacier coming down. Good winner. Crown from Nile. It's a freeze. And Aether will fall. Cars is next in the chopping block. Sway low. His first death. And his probably last death of the game. Now it's MATT versus the world. Can he do it?
King Highs, man. King Highs. 4 members taken down from Rebellion again. Alter Ego. Matt shows himself on the map, but it doesn't look like Alter Ego wanted to go for the end here. They're looking for the Lord instead.
It was a tag team play. They sent Roundel back so that Nile can come to the Lord. But King Matt, can he do it? No!
He doesn't have ult.
The Lord falls to the hands of Alter Ego. Is that the beginning of the end? Is that the final Lord?
Technically, they do have a few seconds, right? Carson will be up in 10. Suelo will also be up in a few. Rebellion can reset and look for it.
Oh man, they do have all the DPS available.
Do they have high ground though? Do they have the clear?
Zask, Moskov, Julian.
DPS. They don't have big AoE, but they have a lot of ways to shred this Lord down. The Moskov, the Zask, the Edith even with the Primal Wrath. They have ways to kind of shred down this Lord, but can they do so while still avoiding a big play from Alter Ego? They haven't even been able to do so in a normal team fight. Let's see how this plays out.
Lord still there, Owen. Unstoppable force over to Cars, good ejector over. Cars still has immortality right now. Zone locks him down, Nile in the back as well, utilizing the chaos to go for the blades. Not able to get all the blades. Nino will win a crown. Does he buy immortality in time? Nino taken down, Matt still free, hitting. And it looks like it is just going to be 2 for 2 for now. Alter Ego unable to end.
Wow, Rebellion with an amazing defense. Did you see that? It was groundbreaking, man. All the odds were stacked against them there. And Alter Ego still unable to push. And remember, it could have been paramount for Alter Ego as well, right? Let's say Rebellion were able to take down more than 3 members. They could have turned that completely around. They could have gone for the straight push.
Well, take a look at this, man. Straightforward engage by Owen. Cars dashes out, actually gets pulled back into the freeze, but look at the back line, right? Sway low once more. This guy's in the back and stops everyone, buying time, buying space for King Matt to output that late game Moskov damage. Alter Ego, like we said, against a team that wants to play it straightforward, that wants to play a front to back. They really should have maybe approached from multiple avenues. But no, they went in straight for the straightforward play, and Rebellion, with all the damage output sources, were able to clear the Lord and win the fight. 5k gold lead, but Alter Ego, it's still looking shaky. They're still down a base turret. And for Rebellion, the base turret that's down is the base turret that's in the center, that can be controlled relatively easily. So they are still, in a way, on top.
Yeah, and on the flip side, Alter Ego lost that inhibitor turret on the far lane of the Lord, so it should be pushing in favor of Rebellion. That's something that they can set up. Looking at these items now, has anything changed in the past few minutes that we should keep an eye out for?
If I see correctly, I think we might have seen a bit of a swap from Cars, if I'm not mistaken. But for the most part, they're just approaching that the carries are approaching their item swap threshold. When it comes to the roamers, though, they're building in the final item, and they're still going. Then they're still focusing on getting a bit more physical defense. At this point, at 24 minutes, the main threat has to be that gold lane. Roundel and Swalo has been able to do crazy things. When it comes down to it, you're seeing that it's all about whether or not Highs and Matt can find the space, can find the ways to just come in and do some damage. Look at this, Rebellion. Once more, they are the ones in control. Alter Ego, can they make it confusing? Can they get the shred? Can't Nile split push up top? In theory, they should be able to.
No purple buff. Oh, they fight with no purple buff. Nile doesn't have the purple buff. Again, the ejector connects on X-Split, but he's still able to flick the rock penalty zone to lock them down. The final rock is still there. X-Split taken down. 10 of the blades. Used up. No purple buff. No problem, it seems. But again, Aether goes in with the enhanced sword to the wrong side. Matt now with the Will of Nature against the world. Kiting away. That's 1. That's 2. That's an immortality. Roundel not able to survive. That's a freeze. Matt! So able to get away. Nile buys the winner crown. Highs buys the rose gold. Nile is godlike as he gets rid of Aether. Can he outplay King Matt? Immortality down. No winner crown to be seen. Dodges away from the belly zone. Matt's almost trying to look for it, but Highs gets the fade away. It's a monster kill for Highs. Nile in the base recalling. It's a wipeout and Alter Ego against all odds. 2-0 clean sweep against the Blue Bulls.
Alter Ego come back from this, and they break the amount of sheer disappointment that the fans have for them, right? They break that. They do the unthinkable. They pick up a win for themselves. They pick up a victory for themselves. And hopefully it will be enough to bring them forward in the second leg, that momentum.